This is Martin from Secrets, the channel for learning about trading and investing, and welcome to the daily pre-market analysis show where we look at what happened in the stock market during the day and how we can plan for a better trade for the next day. Oh, what a day! Look at the charts. So all of a sudden we have a breakout that had got invalidated, and we have a close on the weekly charts that we are seeing. It's a weekly chart, so we'll have to wait till the Friday on what happens, but we have a daily close at least inside the channel, right? So that's what you see in Bank Nifty also. That's how that day went by. Let's get into the details of what exactly happens. So the other day our view was mild bearishness, but so the reason for that is because such a wide range move happened, and naturally it was expected that there will be some consolidation that may happen, right? But that's not what happened today. Look at the candle that has formed today. It's yet another wide range after a gap down. Exactly what happened in the indices both of them, right? We have a very wide range bearish candle that has got formed now, right? That the move that has happened is more than what has happened the previous day. It's 1.5% on Nifty and 1.77%. So this is the problem with small candles, up moves without retracement. It all comes in at one shot, and who are are the bulls who blindly go long gets hit like this, right, when the profit booking happens, right? So we don't know whether it's the beginning of a big retracement that may come in, that may take to a new lower low to the 15,000 kind of levels or more. We don't know that, right? We would know that by the end of the week, probably, to some extent, when we see whether the candle gets close confirmed inside the weekly trend line that we saw earlier, right? Let's get into details quickly. So we saw the candle patterns. Another thing is we have 525 points lost in just 2 days. 1,500 points in Nifty just lost in 2 days. That's a kind of move, big bearish moves that happen in just 2 days. Friday, when we have engulfing patterns, are very powerful. The Friday we had formed bearish engulfing 3 days. 3 days of that price has got and followed in one single day's big downfall. Such moves are followed by bearishness, but today's was extreme bearishness, you can say, right? So it's a confirmation that the breakout is not for real. It trapped the bulls, and we don't know whether this breakout is going to extend all the way down the trend line channel or not. We don't know that, right? Let us wait and see till the weekend at least, as I said earlier. Look at the new levels. 18,115 remains resistance upside, and 18,341 the next previous high resistance. 40,161 and 4830 is resistance on the Bank Nifty. Now 17,161 is the previous high, which is an immediate support, as you can see on the downside of the Nifty. 69.48 another support after that. That's the actual gap support that we have. And remember that we lost the gap support on both indices today. We lost one at 17,566 and another one is 38,400. Two gaps are broken today. Yesterday also two gaps are broken almost. So 37,248 has got some kind of gap of a previous swing low, and yeah, even 17,168 is also a previous swing low where it can take support. Bank Nifty 36,809 where the support is. Let's quickly look at what we are talking about, right? This is where the support is there on the Nifty. This is where the resistances are there. Bank Nifty similarly, right? This is where the supports are the next. Before that we have another support that could come. That's not mentioned here, only in the Bank Nifty. Nifty also this is possible, right? So that is not mentioned as support, but you have to keep a close watch whether this close is happening tomorrow, breaching the 20-day moving average or not, right? That's the first thing on the Bank Nifty. Also this 20-day moving average, if it is closing below that, then there is likely that it can find the support only at this gap, right, further down. That's what you have to keep close watch on. So there are reference points or supports that we can closely watch and see whether this bearishness is further going to extend big or not. Very clear moving averages and gap supports can be watched while it is sliding downside, right? Now the Bollinger Bands bullish gap bands have given an indication today. Oh, it is already there. Yeah, so see this bend that has happened on Nifty. The Nifty also bent. So till now we had an expanding band. Now it is bent. That means what? We may have a consolidation in the coming days, right? From a short term or a medium term kind of point of view. That's what it indicates. Momentum also has, Bank Nifty has lost the short term momentum. It has slipped into the bearish zones. Bank Nifty slightly 58. It's on the edge, you can say. You don't have to be precisely 60 RSI. You don't consider that, but the momentum is slipping downside, and it has almost lost the momentum on both indices. You can see Nifty still managed to have that. There is a divergence also there, bullish divergence, reverse divergence basically, which could create a bounce, just like a CIP bounce also may come into play if there is a bounce that is happening from this level, right? So that two things are there: divergence, bounce up, or change in polarity bounce. Trend is also having trouble. Trend indicator ADX that we use is clearly showing that there is a bend that is happening. So this bend, normally most of the scenarios, it indicates that it is heading towards a crossover. There is a reverse in the trend that's likely to come very soon, is what indicates. That's so momentum and so support resistances have clear indications where all it could halt and do all those others, right? Price patterns are bearish. Momentum is kind of heading towards resistance, falling, right? Still hanging on the edge, you can say. Trend is clearly showing a bend, which indicates, but the crossover has not happened still, and so everything is on the edge still, you can say. So until the week closes, you never know what happens, right? But the falling has started. The fall has started. Who stops that? Where does it stop? That is the only question. Where does it find support? So that's why watching the support levels are very crucial. Volatility bands also shows conduction. We have seen that India VIX actually spiked up further towards the 90.03. So we have to be cautious. So that is a futures open interest is showing short build up, and there is some long unwinding that is seen in the futures OI for the Bank Nifty. Both are bearish anyway. Look at these levels: 17,000 and 18,000 for the monthly expiry. 1,000 points of uncertainty. Like writers are having such a wide range where they return the puts and calls. 38,500 and 39,500, not that much, but 1,500. 1,000 points gap is not much in bank. Remember, this is for the August 25th expiry. Look at 0.06 PCR and all the indices. It has fallen off from the 1.2 kind of thing last week. So that is far away from the bullishness, you can say. It's heading towards the bearishness, but not in the bear zones unless it 0.5 below comes in for the PCR. Today's action was like all of them fell except the FMCG sector. FMCG and metal still maintain the medium term as well as short term bullishness as of today. Heavyweights, Reliance performed well, others all fell. Right? HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank are strong still with the momentum perspective on the short term. Others are all gone to the sideways zones. Fyers did not sell much today as anticipated, only small quantity. Even the Friday also they were buying more, and it was selling was happening from the DIS. Even DIS also did not sell too much today. Only 85 crores of cash selling has happened. So it means that today's price action was mostly profit booking. That's what it looks like. The retailers who had been participating in the rally since 18-20% move from the swing low, they have been participating, and now they have decided to take the profit. It's not the institution that has done the thing. So that is what is evident from the FIR data as of now. Global cues, the crude oil is rising, which is not good. Again, rising back into 90. If it's support zone, well, is it consolidating there or is it going to spike again? No. Spiking is not good. Dollar is not good because it's rising again. Right? Nearly 2% of moves happened in just 3 days. Right? It's still below the 780 resistance zone, but rupees remains to be weak, which is not good. Gold is falling and crashing. It's a hedging instrument that we use, but yeah, it's crashing, falling because the dollar is rising. SGX flat as of now. Friday was a bad close, bearish close. It is in a support zone. We don't know whether it's going to slip down from there. It had done a relief rally, and that seems to have halted because the bear is selling pressure on the US indices. So both the SGX and US indices we'll have to watch next day. So if there is big moves that is happening, obviously that will reflect in our this thing. Otherwise, you don't have to consider that too much. Major events, August 31st is the holiday, right? That's a truncated week, and monthly expiry is coming 2 days from now, Thursday. Two stock picks: Metropolis Healthcare and short, and also Intellect Designs and IT company. That's also short. Reasons for that is because the momentum is below the RSI 40 and it's further going downside, and also trend is also negative on both time frames, and there are price patterns that indicate that there can be good opportunities on the downside on the short term, short swings, on 1 week's max, right? So to sum up, the market view is mild bearishness. Reason very evident: big fall, bigger than expected fall, sudden. If it was slow, it is okay. So it is like 2.8 to 3.8 kind of indice falls that has happened in just 2 days, and extended bearishness would happen or not will be possible, will be known only by the end of the week. If there is a close that's happening inside the trendline channel, that indicates that can go down further, long way. There is 20-point average support that if it gets breached tomorrow, then we have a problem. So that indicates whether we'll have more bearishness that can come in, right? So make a note of these support levels, and at the moving average support levels, and whatever we discussed earlier. So that will help us to keep track on where the market is going. But as of now, it is bearishness, and my view remains to be mild bearishness, not big, because it's probably some consolidation also can happen. It may take a support here, and by the end of the week, it can take the support from the moving average and bounce up and then close above the trend on the edge of the top of the trend line. That's all possible, right? So market does the most surprising thing when the participants least expect. We can only talk about probabilities. Hope this helps to frame your view and trade plan for the next day in some way. If that helps, consider hitting the like button, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We have very few subscriptions. Appreciate your help in this regard. Share it to maximum, please. Thanks. Happy trading, happy learning, and happy investing. Bye.